Hey there. Have you ever paused to wonder why something that used to feel so effortless, so grounding, now feels hurried, disconnected, or even a little unsatisfying? As we move through our 60s and beyond, our bodies and minds go through quiet but profound changes. The habits that worked like magic in your 40s or 50s might not serve you the same way at 65 or 75. Yet, how often do we take a moment to reflect on the private routines we carry into our later years, especially when it comes to something as personal as masturbation? It's a topic most guys shy away from. Society doesn't exactly roll out the red carpet for open conversations about self-pleasure, especially for men in their golden years. But let's cut through the noise. Masturbation isn't just normal. It's a vital part of life, no matter your age. More than that, it can be a cornerstone of your physical health, mental clarity, emotional balance, and even that quiet confidence that makes you feel like you. But here's the catch. It only delivers those benefits if you approach it with intention and awareness. Too many men unknowingly carry outdated habits, old myths, or even a touch of shame into this deeply personal act. These missteps can silently chip away at your satisfaction, reduce sensitivity, or even contribute to long-term health issues. Today, we're diving deep into the 7 silent mistakes, backed by insights from top urologists, men's health experts, and cutting-edge research that could be holding you back. More importantly, we're going to arm you with practical, no-nonsense solutions to reclaim this private time with wisdom, self-respect, and a renewed sense of vitality. Before we get rolling, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss a tip designed specifically for you. If this video hits home, drop a 1 in the comments to let me know. If it's not quite what you're looking for, a 0 helps me tweak things to serve you better. All right, let's jump in and start reshaping how you think about this part of your life. Mistake 1. Buying into the semen retention myth. First up, let's tackle a belief that's been floating around locker rooms, online forums, and even some corners of the internet. The idea that holding back ejaculation will somehow turn you into a supercharged version of yourself. You've probably heard claims that semen retention boosts energy, sharpens focus, or pumps up your testosterone to Hulk-like levels. It's a tempting idea, especially when you're looking for ways to feel younger and stronger. But here's the straight talk. It's mostly myth, not medicine. While there's some evidence that short-term abstinence, say a few days, might cause a minor spike in testosterone, the reality is far more nuanced. Your body is designed for natural release. When you suppress that for weeks or months, it can lead to physical discomfort, pelvic congestion, mood swings, or even an increased risk of prostate issues. For men over 60, those aren't just annoyances. They can impact your quality of life. Experts from places like the Mayo Clinic and Cleveland Clinic emphasize that regular, healthy ejaculation is a net positive. It supports prostate health by flushing out toxins, regulates hormones, reduces stress, and can even help you catch better Z's at night. Holding it in, hoping for some mythical edge, often leads to the opposite: frustration, irritability, and a sense of disconnection from your body's natural rhythm. Masturbation isn't about proving you've got ironclad control. It's about listening to your body, respecting its signals, and finding a balance that feels right. Think of it like tuning up your car. You don't skip oil changes to save oil. You maintain it to keep things running smoothly. If you're still clinging to the idea that holding back equals strength, ask yourself, what other outdated beliefs might be quietly limiting your health, pleasure, or performance? The next mistake is one most guys don't even realize they're making, and it's a big one. Mistake 2, relying on the same old grip and technique. There's something comforting about routine, especially when it comes to personal habits you've carried for decades. Maybe you've got a go-to grip, a specific speed, or a motion that's been your default since way back when. But here's the problem. Using the exact same technique every single time can quietly work against you. Your body is smart. It adapts. When it gets the same kind of stimulation over and over, it starts to tune out, like listening to the same song on repeat until it fades into the background. Over time, this can lead to reduced sensitivity, making it harder to feel pleasure, stay mentally engaged, or even reach climax. For some men, it can even spill over into partnered intimacy, where you might struggle to respond to different kinds of touch. The worst part? You might start questioning your virility or wondering if something's wrong with you, when really, your body just needs a little variety to wake things up. The solution is simpler than you might think. Switch hands. Experiment with lighter or firmer pressure. Change the rhythm. Slow it down, speed it up, or mix it up. You could even try safe, high-quality tools like textured sleeves or gentle massagers designed for men. This isn't about chasing novelty for kicks. It's about keeping your nervous system sharp and your pleasure vibrant. Think of it like switching up your golf swing or trying a new hiking trail. It keeps things fresh and challenges you in a good way. You're not abandoning what works. You're expanding what's possible. You deserve pleasure that evolves with you, not fades with age. But there's another habit, way more common than you'd think, that's stealing deeper satisfaction from countless men. Let's dive into it next. Mistake 3, rushing through the experience. Back in your younger years, you might have learned to be quick with self-pleasure. Maybe it was about sneaking a moment in a busy house or just the urgency of youth. That's understandable. But as the years pile on, that habit can become a hardwired pattern, and that's where the trouble starts. Rushing through masturbation turns it into something mechanical, almost like a chore you're checking off your list. When you race through, you're robbing yourself of the rich, fulfilling sensations your body is still capable of delivering, even in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. Your body needs time to build arousal gradually. Your mind needs space to stay present, to actually feel the moment. When you hurry, you skip the journey and head straight for the finish line, barely noticing the ride. Over time, this can dull your sensitivity, leaving you feeling underwhelmed or emotionally flat afterward. What used to spark joy can start to feel hollow. The fix? Slow down. Take a deep breath. Focus on each sensation. Let the experience unfold like a good story, not a sprint. Try setting aside a few extra minutes where you're not distracted. No phone, no rush. Maybe light a candle or play some low music to set a relaxed vibe. This isn't about making a production. It's about giving yourself permission to be present. Think of it like savoring a perfectly grilled steak instead of scarfing it down. Slowing down reawakens nerve endings, reconnects you with your body, and invites a deeper kind of pleasure, one that's nourishing, not just functional. You're not just chasing release. You're rediscovering what you've been speeding past for years. But even slowing down won't unlock your full potential if you're only focused on one part of your body. The next mistake might surprise you. It's something most guys completely overlook. Mistake 4, ignoring the rest of your body. Over the years, many of us have been conditioned to focus solely on one area during self-pleasure, as if that's the only source of sensation that matters. But here's the truth. Your body is a network of nerve endings, pleasure zones, and untapped potential. By zeroing in on just one spot, you're missing out on a fuller, richer experience that's still very much within your reach, even after 60. Your inner thighs, chest, lower abdomen, neck, even the area between your groin and thighs. These are all regions that can heighten arousal and make you feel more alive, more connected. Try gentle touch, a warm towel, or even a light massage with your fingertips. These aren't frills. They're doorways to deeper pleasure. Engaging these areas doesn't just amplify physical sensation. It helps you stay present, emotionally aware, and in tune with your body. Think of it like playing a guitar. You don't just strum one string. You use the whole fretboard to create something beautiful. Your body works the same way. Exploring these zones breaks you out of stale routines and creates a more vibrant experience. It's not about being experimental for the sake of it. It's about honoring the complexity of who you are. You're not just one part. You're a system of sensations, emotions, and awareness. But even when you start exploring more of your body, the way you approach touch itself can make or break the experience. There's one simple oversight that's quietly reducing comfort and sensitivity for so many men, and it's so easy to fix. Let's uncover it next. Mistake 5, skipping lubrication. As we age, our bodies change in ways we don't always notice right away. Skin loses some of its natural moisture, elasticity shifts, and sensitivity can feel different than it did in our younger years. Yet a lot of guys keep going without lubrication during self-pleasure, either out of habit, thinking it's no big deal, or maybe even feeling like it's not for them. Here's the reality. Skipping lube can seriously limit your comfort and pleasure. Without lubrication, you're more likely to deal with friction, irritation, or even tiny skin tears that, over time, can reduce sensitivity. That's not just uncomfortable. It can make pleasure harder to access. A good, water-based lubricant changes the game. It creates smoother, gentler motion, reduces discomfort, and more closely mimics the feel of partnered intimacy. It can wake up nerve endings that might have gone quiet and make the whole experience feel richer and more connected. For guys dealing with joint stiffness or less hand dexterity, lube can also make things easier, reducing strain and letting you focus on the moment. There's no shame in using tools that support your body's needs, just like you'd wear glasses to read the fine print or use a good pair of sneakers to cushion your steps. Lubrication isn't a crutch. It's a form of wisdom, a way to meet your body where it is. Embracing lube can make you feel more in control, more alive, and more in tune with your sexual well-being. But even with the right tools, there's a deeper issue that holds so many men back. Not in the body, but in the mind. This next mistake could be the real reason your experience feels less fulfilling than it could. Mistake 6. Carrying shame or guilt about the act. For a lot of men over 60, the way we feel about masturbation was shaped long ago. Maybe in a time when sex was a taboo topic and self-pleasure was something to hide or feel ashamed of. Maybe it was a stern parent, a religious upbringing, or just the culture of the era you grew up in. Even now, decades later, those quiet messages can linger like an uninvited guest. You might logically know that masturbation is normal and healthy, but still feel a flicker of guilt afterward, a need to rush through it, or a sense that it's something to keep secret. That emotional baggage doesn't just affect the moment. It can ripple into your entire relationship with your body and your sexuality. The truth is, there's absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. Masturbation is a natural, healthy act of self-care, like going for a walk or taking a moment to breathe deeply. Research from institutions like Harvard and Johns Hopkins shows it can lower stress, improve mood, boost sleep quality, and even build self-confidence. But if guilt or shame is clouding the experience, you're not reaping those benefits. You might feel disconnected, rushed, or even a little empty afterward. Letting go starts with a simple question. Where did these feelings come from? And are they really mine? Challenge those old beliefs. Reframe this time as a gift to yourself, a moment to feel grounded, alive, and proud of your body. This isn't about indulgence. It's about self-respect. You deserve to feel peace and confidence in caring for yourself. No apologies needed. When you start seeing masturbation as a natural part of your well-being, everything shifts. But even emotional freedom is only part of the equation. There's one final mistake that's so easy to miss. It can transform your experience when you address it. Let's dive in. Mistake 7. Ignoring tools and enhancements designed for men over 60. As we age, our bodies evolve. Maybe your hands aren't as steady, your stamina fluctuates, or sensitivity isn't what it used to be. These are natural changes, but too many men keep using the same approach to self-pleasure they've relied on for decades, not realizing there are tools specifically designed to support them in this stage of life. Whether it's pride, discomfort, or just not knowing what's out there, ignoring these resources means missing out on deeper comfort, easier motion, and even stronger sensations. Modern tools for men over 60 are game changers. Soft silicone sleeves that mimic natural touch, ergonomic designs that work with stiff joints, gentle massagers that stimulate new areas. These aren't about replacing your touch or your masculinity. They're about enhancing your connection with your body and adapting to its changes with confidence. Think of it like upgrading to a better mattress for your back or using a GPS instead of a paper map. It's about making life easier and more enjoyable. Trying a tool doesn't mean you're less than. It means you're smart enough to evolve with your body's needs. You might discover sensations that reignite a sense of curiosity and vitality you thought was long gone. Your sexuality doesn't vanish with age. It transforms, and these tools help you meet it where it is. When you combine this with the other fixes we've covered, something remarkable starts to happen. Let's bring it all together. A new mindset and a complete approach to self-pleasure. The most powerful shift you can make in your 60s and beyond isn't just about new techniques. It's about how you think. Self-pleasure isn't just a habit or a quick release. It's a chance to honor yourself, to reconnect with your body, and to celebrate who you are today. Let go of old myths like semen retention. Ditch the same old grip. Slow down and savor the moment. Explore your whole body. Embrace lubrication. Release shame, and welcome tools that support you. When you weave these changes together, you're not just tweaking a routine, you're creating a deeper, more rewarding connection with yourself. This isn't about chasing the intensity of your 30s or proving anything to anyone. It's about owning your 60s with pride, confidence, and curiosity. You're not just surviving, you're thriving, and this private moment is a cornerstone of that. Reframe self-pleasure as an act of self-respect, like eating well or staying active. It's a moment to feel alive, to ground yourself, and to remind yourself that your desires, your needs, and your vitality are still very much yours to claim. You're not too old to grow, to discover, or to feel incredible. In fact, you might be stepping into the most intentional, connected chapter of your life, and it starts with how you treat yourself when no one's watching. Conclusion: reclaiming pleasure, confidence, and self-respect. Hitting your 60s or 70s doesn't mean letting go of intimacy. It means approaching it with deeper wisdom and greater intention. We've walked through the 7 silent mistakes: buying into hold-it-in myths, sticking to the same routine, rushing through, ignoring your body, skipping lube, carrying shame, and overlooking tools designed for you. But what matters most is what you do with this knowledge. You now have the tools to reshape this deeply personal part of your life into something that's not just satisfying, but empowering. This isn't about chasing what was, it's about creating something better, something that meets your body and mind exactly where they are. You're not alone in this, and you're definitely not past your prime. In fact, many men find that with a few small shifts in mindset and technique, their sense of pleasure and confidence doesn't just return. It grows stronger than ever. This isn't just about physical release. It's about honoring your body, embracing your experience, and giving yourself permission to feel good. No apologies needed. So take that first step. Try one new approach, whether it's slowing down, exploring a new sensation, or letting go of an old belief. You owe it to yourself, and the rewards might be bigger than you ever imagined. I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment with one thing you've learned today or one change you're thinking about trying. Let's keep this conversation going and support each other. If this video resonated, leave a 1 in the comments. If it didn't quite hit the mark, a 0 helps me do better next time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content to help you live your best life. Thanks for watching, and here's to owning every moment on your terms.